Well, hi Virgos, welcome to Universal Guidance Tarot. It's time for your weekly reading. I've shuffled these cards very well. I'm going to shuffle them just a few more times. This is a two-part reading. The overall energy of this reading is in the middle of the first part of the reading. So Virgos, let's find out what you can expect coming up in your life. Oh my gosh. If this reading resonates, it's probably your reading. If it does not resonate, I would check your moon sign because that is your private and emotional side. All cards are male or female. All right, the overall energy of your reading. I think there's a reunion going on here with somebody, and it's going to be a happy reunion. This is surrounding your entire reading. Let's read on. Up here in your highest energy is the Judgment card. So there's been a spiritual lesson you've been going through. Guardian angels and spirit guides are here, and they've been blowing that horn down on you, and you're awakening to a spiritual lesson. These are the two strongest energies in your entire reading, Virgos. There's going to be a fresh start and a new beginning with this, whoever you're reuniting with, because you've learned your spiritual lesson. Wow, the Ace of Wands. And then next to the Ace of Wands is the Page of Pentacles. This, part of your lesson, and I believe what's coming in with this Ace of Wands, this fresh new start, new beginning with somebody that you're going to reunite with. They're bringing a pentacle. I think they're bringing a future with them. And so this is the beginnings of the rest of your life. That's what it looks like with someone you already know. I have the Eight of Pentacles right under the Judgment card. This is focusing on building pentacles in a relationship, on being grounded and being secure and stable. This is part of your judgment. It has to do with working on the relationship. Maybe you weren't ready to work on one earlier. Maybe you are now. On the other side of the Three of Cups is the Ace of Swords. Truth and clarity. There's a lot of truth and clarity here. It's right below the Page of Pentacles. So looking at security and stability and groundedness, it's coming in with that Ace of Wands. And this reunion, but there's going to be a lot of truth. There's going to be a truthful and honest back and forth conversation that's going to happen here. And it's going to lead the way. It's going to help this relationship to re-evolve. Wow. You're entering a whole new life cycle here. You're going to decide that you do want to work on this relationship, and they want to too when they come in. You're entering a new life cycle. I think it's the end of bickering about the security, the stability, the groundedness, the commitment. I think they might be, they're coming back in. You might have just said, well, if you're not going to commit, forget it. I'm out of here. Well, maybe you just didn't give them enough time. Maybe, they're ready now, and that's why they return. So I feel like this energy of the Three of Pentacles is turning into the Three of Cups. And it's all, helping you get into this new life cycle. I have the Emperor next to the Three of Pentacles and under the Ace of Swords. I feel like this was your energy. I feel like you were like being really stubborn about, I'm sorry to say that, about what you wanted out of this relationship. And they weren't really willing or ready to budge. And either were you. And I think this is on both sides, that you were both like, nope, and I'm not, I'm going to do it this way. And then the relationship fell apart. But something happened. In the meantime, you missed each other. You had to miss each other. And thinking and learning and growing. A lot has happened, and it will be discussed. And it will be discussed what happened prior. The Emperor is the card for Aries, by the way, so Aries might be strong in your chart, their chart, or around this reading. But you're both very, very well liked and respected by others. even though I think some stubbornness might have gotten in the way of the relationship before. Let's take out the second part of this reading for Virgos, universe. Virgos. Yeah, I have this Five of Wands up in your highest energy. There was a lot of confusion and stress and anxiety associated with the Pentacle before. So it was about the security and the stability. You weren't seeing eye to eye, and you were all up in your head about it. You were thinking that because that wasn't coming in, the love was not there, okay? And so you were very disappointed in this relationship before. There's 3 spilled cups. 3 cups up in the air. They're coming back, I'm telling you. So I call this the card of hope because there's 2 full cups right behind this figure. So, the 7 of Swords. Wow. 7 of Swords is next to the 5 of Cups. You're looking at those spilled cups. Somebody wasn't telling the truth. Here, the Ace of Swords is here. Somebody was not speaking of their feelings, I think, the way they should have been. And it might have been the other person. Somebody was holding back. And they just weren't ready. I just don't think either you or them were not ready to move forward in this relationship. And I think it was them, and I think it really disappointed you. At first I thought it was you. It could have been both of you. I mean, you both, I think, might have just been in different places in this relationship. And it became very frustrating. Under all this frustration, all this anxiety and confusion, I have the 6 of Pentacles. And this is also next to the Ace of Swords. Breadcrumbing was taking place. It feels like, you know, I think that they might have been, or you, or both of you. I feel like this whole reading is about both of you. Whoever's coming back in. We're only feeding, like you're both afraid to give too much to the relationship because you don't want to be the one giving everything to it. You know, it's like, so you're breadcrumbing each other, I believe. And I believe this is part of your spiritual lesson. I believe they also were part of the spiritual lesson, and I think they were also learned from this. Throwing both your scales off balance, and that's where all this confusion comes from. Waiting for commitment, waiting for it to become more stable and secure, but it doesn't feel like anybody wanted to take the leap. Like with this 8 of Pentacles, I feel like you both want to work on it now. So it never came to fruition. It was always the 6 of Pentacles, the 7 of Pentacles. But now it looks like the 8 of Pentacles is a big part of this reading. I have the King of Swords. This is air. This will be Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius that might be strong in your chart or their chart or around this reading. But the King of Swords, this is like being on guard for one thing. Seeking truth, seeking clarity, sword up. And I think you both are. I think you're going to have an honest conversation about what happened before and what you expect going forward. I think it's going to be very helpful to getting this relationship back on track. And also you're going to talk about hiding things. There's something that was being hidden by you or them, and that's going to come out in the open, and it's going to be understood, okay? So under the 6 of Pentacles is the 4 of Cups. So see, I think you were both like not accepting each other's cups of love before. It's like ego, you know, something like that was getting in the way, where you're both like, oh no, I'm not going to do it, and oh no, I'm not going to do it. And it just ended up where the relationship fell apart because no one was willing to put the work into this relationship. No one wanted to be maybe even the first one to say, I love you. You know, it's like, I'm not doing it first. Oh, no, I'm not, you know, whatever it is. I feel like you were both being very stubborn in the past relationship that is now coming back. And it looks very nice. The spiritual lesson is learned, okay? I got the Queen of Wands here. This is Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. That might be strong in your chart, their chart, or around this reading. But I feel like there is a lot of passion between the two of you. This is your energy. You're holding on to a staff of fresh starts and new beginnings. I think you're very passionate. You do have the Ace of Wands up in your highest energy. And I think you're very loving. I think you're very passionate. It's like wherever you put your love, you put your passion. I think you're willing now to move forward, because that is a staff of fresh starts and new beginnings, with passion, and not being so afraid to show it. I have the Page of Cups next to the Queen of Wands and under the King of Swords. This is something to be talked about. It's the love. See, it was like you were both afraid to offer too much, just like I said before. This cup has a fish in it, so it's tainted. It's like there's not enough room for love, and I think it's all because you were both, I'll bet you're twin flames. I'll bet I just don't have enough cards here to say that you're twin flames, but I think you are. But I think you're coming back around. And this time the discussion is going to be about, you know, how to move forward. What are the true feelings? Stop hiding things from each other, emotions from each other, so that you can move forward. Let's see what's at the bottom. You're coming together, all right. Two of Cups. Yeah, you know, you were really good friends, not just lovers. You are definitely soulmates. I was thinking you're twin flames. I still think you might be twin flames. But twin flames are hard relationships to get through. But if you do, it's beautiful. You're coming together. You're going to have a meeting of the minds. You're going to try to work this out. Most definitely. This is a really beautiful reading, Virgos, for those of you who have missed an opportunity along the way and regret it. This reading is for you because they haven't forgotten about you as well as you haven't forgotten about them. And I think you both have regrets, and one of the two of you is going to step forward and try to make this work. So Virgos, this was your reading. Thank you so much for watching Universal Guidance Tarot.